Today we're doing a community housing inspection of letting agents on this road here, Green Lanes, from Turnpike Lane up to Manor House. More and more recently in Haringey, letting agents have been refusing to accept prospective tenants who are claiming housing benefit. So if you're a housing benefit claimant or on low income in Haringey and trying to find a private rented accommodation, you won't be able to through any of these letting agents. So we're going to be confronting them about that. We're going to be confronting them about the fees that they charge to tenants. Quite frequently they will charge fees to tenants and to landlords for the same service, or they will charge fees to tenants that are hugely inflated compared to what they actually cost to the letting agent. We're also asking for longer and more secure tenancies. Quite often they'll only offer maybe 6 months or a maximum of a year tenancy. We want to see maybe 2, 3 or 5 year tenancies or unlimited length of tenancies for private tenants. There's no reason why private tenants shouldn't have a similar security of tenure as social housing tenants also have. And probably one of the most important things, we want to see rents brought down, because rents in London especially are rising much more quickly and higher than average wages. So Haringey is now becoming unaffordable to anyone on an average or below average wage, and it's changing the social makeup of Haringey. So those are basically our 4 demands. We want to end discrimination against people on housing benefit. We want to stop bogus fees for tenants. We want longer and more secure tenancies, and we want to bring rents down for private tenants.
Oh, it was quite interesting. They were very interesting. I think they're bemused by the whole thing.
He was very nice, but I have spoken to him or one of his colleagues over the phone. They have specifically raised the rents above LHA levels for someone who's on housing benefit, and that person has now been made. It is legal, but obviously that person is now facing eviction.
They take people on housing benefit, they say, but most landlords, they say it's the landlords that don't accept people, not the letting agents. So the letting agents don't have a role to play in reducing rents, he was saying.
So they said they don't accept any tenants on housing benefits. They said that they don't have a specific policy on it, but their landlords don't accept any tenants on housing benefit. He tried to make out that one of their tenants is on housing benefit, but his colleague said no, they don't have any.
A lettings agent wasn't there, so no one could answer our questions, unfortunately.
But he said that he couldn't tell us when someone would be back. So we asked him to phone someone up to tell us when we could speak to someone, and he refused.
They charge 1 month's deposit. They charge £120 to tenants, to new tenants. No annual renewal fee, no leaving fee, but they only give 12-month contracts and don't give any that are longer than that.
He couldn't answer any of our questions, he said.
Yeah.
And he wanted us to leave immediately, as we call the police.
I don't think they expect the questions, really. I don't think they expect anybody to ask anything about what they do. I would highly recommend that you go to Shelter's website and look through that. It's very, very good. Lots of very good information on particular areas within tenancy. I mean, the regulations are poor, but you can make it difficult for them, and if you do that, they are more likely to cave in because they don't want the hassle of it. So I think knowing your rights are very, very important. What little rights we have got, use them to the full. And I would also say always negotiate with the landlord, always.
Why can't you open the door? Can't hear you. No, pardon?
Why did you lock the door?
Why did you lock the door? Why did you lock the door?
We're here doing a community housing inspection. We're from Haringey Housing Action Group, but they've locked their doors on us and won't answer our questions. We've come here because one of our members is one of their tenants. And for the last 18 months, she's been living in her flat off Green Lanes without any hot water.
Protesting is what it's about. It really is. It's getting the awareness higher so that you can make people realise, and then it's like a snowball effect. I can't see this going any other way but getting big. I can't see it. Just because of people's income is not going up with the rents. Just not. So this is only going to go one way, you know. It's only going to go one way. Eventually this will be in Parliament and this will be a big deal. It might be not for the next year or so, it will be. because people can't pay these rents.